Chapter 1. Nalanda, the world's first residential university. Nalanda Mahavihara, located in present-day Bihar, India, was one of the greatest centers of learning in the ancient world. Founded in the 5th century CE during the reign of the Gupta Emperor Kumaragupta I, 415 to 455 CE, Nalanda grew into a massive monastic and educational complex. It attracted students from across Asia, China, Korea, Tibet, Central Asia, Sri Lanka, and Southeast Asia. At its height between the 7th and 11th centuries CE, Nalanda housed nearly 10,000 students and 2,000 teachers. Subjects included Buddhist philosophy, logic, medicine, astronomy, mathematics, grammar, and metaphysics. The university was not merely a religious institution. It functioned as a multidisciplinary research hub long before the concept of a modern university existed. Chinese monk Xuanzang, or Huzan Tizang, who studied at Nalanda in the 7th century, described vast temples, lecture halls, dormitories, and libraries supported by royal patronage and endowments. Chapter 2. The Great Library of Nalanda. Nalanda's library system was known collectively as Dharma Ganja, Treasury of Truth. It consisted of 3 massive buildings: Ratnasagara, Ocean of Jewels; Ratnodadhi, Sea of Jewels; and Ratnaranjaka, Jewel Adorned. The tallest structure reportedly had 9 stories, filled with palm leaf manuscripts and birch bark texts. These works covered centuries of accumulated knowledge in multiple languages, including Sanskrit, Prakrit, and Pali. The scale of this collection was unprecedented. Scholars copied, debated, and preserved texts that formed the backbone of Buddhist philosophy and Indian science. Many original treatises, known only through later Tibetan or Chinese translations, were once stored at Nalanda. Chapter 3. The Political Climate of the 12th Century. By the late 12th century, northern India was experiencing repeated military incursions by Turkic and Afghan forces expanding from Central Asia. Buddhist institutions, already in decline due to reduced royal support and competition from other religious movements, became vulnerable. One such military commander was Bakhtiyar Khilji, a general of the Ghurid dynasty. Around 1193 CE, Khilji led raids into Bihar and Bengal as part of a broader campaign to establish Muslim rule in the region. Chapter 4. The Attack on Nalanda, circa 1193 CE. According to the Persian chronicler Minhaj-i-Siraj in Tabakat-i-Nasiri, 13th century, Bakhtiyar Khilji attacked a large fortified monastery identified by most historians as Nalanda. The complex was reportedly mistaken for a fortress. Many monks were killed and others fled. When soldiers discovered rooms filled with books rather than weapons, they considered the manuscripts useless and ordered them burned. Minhaj-i-Siraj writes that a large number of books were found there, and when they were thrown into the fire, it kept burning for many days. Later traditions expanded this to say the fires burned for 3 months, a symbolic expression emphasizing the immense scale of destruction. Chapter 5. What was lost? The burning of Nalanda's libraries meant the loss of countless original works in Buddhist philosophy and logic, Indian mathematics and astronomy, medicine and pharmacology, linguistics and grammar. While some texts survived through Chinese and Tibetan translations, many Sanskrit originals vanished forever. Entire schools of thought may have disappeared without leaving any trace. The destruction was not merely physical, it represented a catastrophic break in the intellectual continuity of South Asia. Chapter 6. The Long Aftermath. Nalanda never recovered. A few monks reportedly returned decades later, But without patronage or protection, the institution slowly faded into ruins. Other great monasteries, like Vikramashila and Odantapuri, suffered similar fates. Over time, the memory of Nalanda became legend. Its physical remains were forgotten until systematic archaeological excavations began in the 19th century under British colonial rule. Chapter 7. Nalanda's Legacy Today. Nalanda stands today as a powerful symbol of both human intellectual achievement and human-caused loss. Modern historians regard its destruction as one of the greatest cultural tragedies in world history. In 2010, India established Nalanda University, modern, near the ancient site, inspired by the spirit of the original institution. Though it cannot replace what was lost, it honors Nalanda's legacy as a global center of learning. Conclusion. The burning of Nalanda around 1193 CE was not just the destruction of buildings. It was the annihilation of centuries of accumulated human knowledge. The image of manuscripts burning for months endures as a reminder of how fragile civilization's intellectual treasures can be, and how vital it is to preserve and protect knowledge for future generations.